My Jimmy knew it was time to do the right thing.
The entire entertainment world is frozen tonight, as breaking news erupts like a nuclear bomb. Jim Jones, the Dipset legend, the self-proclaimed hustler, the man who built an empire brick by brick, has just been arrested after what insiders are calling a vicious, explosive, and absolutely unbelievable attack on longtime partner Chrissy Lampkin. This isn't a rumor. This isn't speculation. This is the kind of scandal that sends shockwaves ripping through Hollywood, New York, Atlanta, and every corner of the internet in seconds. Sirens, screams, phones buzzing, and a story so dark, so chaotic, so violently unpredictable that even veteran industry insiders are saying they've never seen anything like it. Witnesses claim the argument started with raised voices, but what happened next has already been described as the most disturbing domestic meltdown ever seen from a major rapper. Neighbors say they heard glass shatter, something slam against a wall, someone shouting ENOUGH, and then silence. A thick, horrifying silence that made one neighbor whisper, "I thought somebody didn't survive." Minutes later, flashing blue and red lights swallowed the block. Officers rushed inside. Chrissy was reportedly trembling, visibly shaken, barely able to speak. Jim was raging, pacing, refusing commands, refusing reality. And when officers finally made their move, he snapped handcuffs. Chaos, Chrissy crying, phones recording, and now an arrest that threatens to destroy careers, ignite old feuds, expose long-buried secrets, and end one of hip-hop's most infamous relationships forever. And trust me, this is only the beginning. The moment Jim Jones' mugshot hit the internet, everything exploded at once, timelines crashed, notifications froze, and millions of fans stared at their screens in disbelief. Trying to process the unthinkable, Jim Jones, the man who survived beefs, betrayals, record label wars, Dipset chaos, and street politics for decades, finally brought down not by an enemy, not by a rival, but by the woman who held him down for nearly half his life, Chrissy Lampkin. And according to insiders, this wasn't just another heated argument between them. What happened inside that house was so violent, so emotionally nuclear, so out of control that one officer allegedly told a supervisor afterward, "I've never seen two people love each other this much and destroy each other this badly." It began days before the arrest, when tension between Jim and Chrissy reportedly reached a boiling point. According to one source close to the couple, they weren't talking, they were detonating. Every conversation was a bomb waiting to explode. For years, rumors swirled about financial stress, long-standing resentment, and Jim's refusal to give Chrissy the commitment she begged for. One friend even said Chrissy once broke down crying at dinner and whispered to someone, "How long can a woman wait before she's waiting for nothing?" But this time, it wasn't about marriage. It wasn't about loyalty. It wasn't even about respect. It was about money, a financial disaster so massive, so secret, that Chrissy allegedly discovered it on accident while looking for a document. Insiders say she found out Jim was allegedly behind on major payments, including one tied to a property she thought was secure. When she confronted him, something inside Jim reportedly snapped. One source said, he wasn't angry at her. He was angry at being exposed. Their argument escalated fast. Voices rose. Accusations flew. Chrissy reportedly threw a stack of papers at him, yelling, "I'm done holding your mess together." Neighbors would later claim they heard something heavy slam into the wall, followed by Chrissy shouting, "Get away from me!" and Jim yelling back, "You don't tell me nothing in my own house." By the time officers arrived, the scene was pure chaos. Multiple sources say Chrissy was shaking uncontrollably, clutching her arm and refusing to sit down. Jim was pacing in circles, furious, sweating, refusing police commands and shouting, "This is my woman, this is my home, you don't touch me." Officers reportedly warned him multiple times before attempting to separate them. That's when, according to one witness, Jim lunged forward like he was done talking to everyone in that room. Police tackled him against the wall. Chrissy screamed, and within seconds he was in handcuffs, cursing, struggling, yelling that officers were exaggerating everything. But the real fireworks didn't start until the officers began taking statements. According to an anonymous inside source, Chrissy said something that made officers exchange looks, something that indicated this was not the first time things had gotten physical. Police then photographed Chrissy's injuries, which leaked online within hours. The photos were blurred but unmistakable. The internet erupted in rage, confusion, sympathy, and disbelief. Fans begged Chrissy to leave him. Others defended Jim, insisting the cops were blowing it out of proportion. And some said they always suspected their relationship was darker behind closed doors. But there was one detail that sent the internet into full meltdown. The police report mentioned visible marks and possible prior incidents. That one line made every blogger, every gossip columnist, every YouTube commentator lose their minds. What prior incidents? What history? What secrets were buried under years of reality TV smiles and on-camera declarations of love? Meanwhile, Jim's team was scrambling. According to a publicist who has worked with him in the past, phones were ringing non-stop. Everyone on his team went into panic mode. They were trying to figure out if they should deny everything, blame everything on stress, or pretend it was a misunderstanding. But things were already slipping out of their control. A leaked audio clip emerged online, allegedly recorded by a neighbor, where Jim could be heard shouting, "You're not leaving," followed by Chrissy crying, "You can't control me anymore." Whether real or fake, the clip went massively viral. Even celebrities weighed in. 50 Cent posted a cryptic message saying, "Didn't I tell y'all? These dudes don't listen." Cardi B liked a comment that said, "Chrissy deserves peace." Remy Ma posted a simple broken heart emoji. And Cameron, the man Jim once considered a brother, unfollowed him silently. That alone sent shockwaves. And then came the twist nobody expected. A close friend of Chrissy anonymously told a blog that Chrissy had been planning to leave Jim before the arrest. According to this source, Chrissy had been confiding in them for months about feeling unappreciated, unseen, and unheard. She had allegedly been telling people she was done playing the ride-or-die role for a man who keeps driving off cliffs. She even told someone, "If I leave, he will crumble. He doesn't realize how much I protect him." So when the arrest happened, her silence afterward became even louder. She didn't visit him. She didn't issue a statement. She didn't defend him. In fact, according to insiders, she went somewhere private, turned off her phone, blocked several people close to Jim, and told one friend, "I need to figure out how to save myself. I've spent 15 years trying to save him." And then the final blow, a new leak surfaced. A police insider claimed there might be surveillance footage from inside the house. Footage that reportedly shows what really happened. If true, this could destroy Jim's entire defense. Even his own team was stunned. One insider said, "If that footage exists, it's over. Completely over." But the footage wasn't the only thing officers hinted at. According to one detective, there are details we have not released yet. Details, plural, which means whatever the public knows. Now is nothing compared to what's coming, and just when fans thought things couldn't get worse, everything took an even darker turn. Because Chrissy finally decided to speak, but not in a statement, not in a post, not in a video. She reached out to someone privately, someone unexpected. And what she told them changed everything. Before you click away, stop, breathe. Because what's happening right now in the Jim Jones and Chrissy Lampkin saga is bigger, darker, and more explosive than anything the internet has seen in years. And trust me, you do not want to miss what comes next. We are standing on the edge of a scandal that is growing by the hour. New leaks are dropping. New insiders are coming forward. New evidence is quietly being handed over. And the moment the next piece of this story breaks, it's going to explode across the entire internet. Like wildfire, this is one of those moments where if you blink for 5 seconds, you'll miss the update that everybody else is talking about. You'll be the only one out of the loop, while Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and every blog on earth is dissecting the newest twist. Don't put yourself in that position. Hit like right now so this video gets pushed out to everyone who needs to hear the truth. Drop a comment so you're part of the conversation and not watching it from the sidelines. And most importantly, subscribe and turn on ALL notifications, because the moment the next leak hits our desk, we're dropping it instantly. This isn't just gossip. This is a living, breathing, unfolding investigation, and every hour something new breaks. Stay ahead, stay alert, stay locked in, because the next update could flip this entire story upside down and you're not going to want to hear it secondhand. Upside down and you're not going to want to hear it secondhand.